So Brisbane was successful against the Panthers when they met earlier in the season. Penrith won the 2 clashes between the teams last season. There's Tyrone May, who's making an impact at NRL level. He's a critical part of a very youthful spine that Penrith possess. 16 games for Dylan Edwards, 8 for Tyrone May, 40 for Nathan Cleary. So 64 games between them. Adam Blair, the Brisbane captain tonight. He leads the team out. It'll be their last match of the season at Suncorp. It could be their last match of the season, full stop. One of the teams will bow out of contention at the end of tonight. And Ben Hunt playing his final game as a Dragon, as a Bronco, pardon me, before becoming a Dragon. His final game here at Suncorp Stadium, wearing the number 9. There's the most experienced finals player in the match tonight, Sam Thaiday, his 23rd finals appearance. Indeed, the Broncos possess 134 games of finals experience compared to only 70 for Penrith. So nearly double. Trent Merrin, big game player, back to fitness. Peter Wallace, Penrith's captain. Nathan Cleary, the leading point scorer in the Premiership after 26 rounds. The youngest player in Premiership history to score 200 points. Dylan Edwards starts us off. It's Penrith and Brisbane fighting for survival. Finals footy, live and free here on the Wide World of Sports. And Adam Blair goes to work. And now Thaiday, his front row partner, up into Tamo and Campbell Gillard and Trent Merrin there as well. Here's Maguire, advances the Broncos beyond their own 30. That's a good run. Let's draw some applause from a typically partisan Broncos crowd here at Suncorp. This is Gillett. There's a bullocking surge from the Queensland and Australian back rower. Ben Hunt does the dummy half work. And Alex Glenn, good shot there by Corey Harawira-Naira and also Merrin. An attacking kick coming from Benji to complete Brisbane's first use of the ball today. And Dallin Watene-Zelezniak runs back for Penrith.
And that was the kick. Benji Marshall really worried the Roosters last week. He'd get on the right-hand side of the ruck and hook that ball back to the left side of the field. Just watch out for that kick tonight.
Here's Campbell Gillard. Oh, there's the rough treatment. Blair with a good tackle, driving Campbell Gillard into the turf. And now Merrin with some deft footwork. It's a determined start for Brisbane. They carted the ball up over the halfway and now they're trying to back up defensively. Josh Mansour on the back of 230 running metres last week against the Sea-Eagles. And now a spiralling kick by Nathan Cleary. Nikorima with his first catch of the night. Think back to that game last year where Penrith defeated the Broncos here at Suncorp Stadium. It was Nathan Cleary's aerial acrobatics that really caused headaches to Corey Oates. He shelled a few of those. He might be expecting a few more to be raining on him tonight. Here's Kahu. Good defence on Oates. 10 tries in his last 9 games, Corey. 14 short of the halfway. Now Adam Blair. Tackled by Tamo and Wallace, the former Bronco, Peter Wallace. And now Maguire, Merrin rushing out on him. Isaiah Yeo there to help. The kick will come Brisbane side of halfway just. Oh, it's off the outer half of Benji's boot and it spews over the sideline.
A bit of a dusty kick there from Benji. Both these teams like to throw the ball around. Might go down to Brad Fittler and ask him about the surface here. Here's Benji's kick.
I was talking to the curator before, Joe, and they cut it down to about 22, which is a lot shorter than they do in Sydney. They say the Bronx like it hard and fast. That's how they got it tonight. There's only a little breeze coming from the northwest. No really dew to speak of, so conditions don't get any better if you want to play expansive footy.
Well, both teams playing it nice and hard and tough at the moment. Not one offload or attempted offload in the first 4 sets of 6.
What's the key for Penrith tonight, Andrew? It's an ominous assignment coming here to Suncorp.
I think if they can get through their sets, I think there's some targets on the edge of the ruck for their back rowers.
Here's Mirren.
I think the gap around Milford and also Moga, they can expose that gap.
Here's Wallace, here's Cleary, here's Harawira-Naira with a bullocking run.
It plays like that.
There's an illustration of what Andrew said. They spin it across the line. It comes to Tyrone May and now to Isaiah Yeo. One of the unsung heroes of this Penrith pack within 14 of the line. Edwards is the dummy half. He's got Cleary stationed at first receiver. He'll send the kick up. The leap coming. It's gone backwards. It's still the last. Campbell Gillard gives it away to Vare, who spears a pass behind. This is dangerous. Edwards now off for Mansour, and the kick will be too deep.
It's kind of Caxton Street. Josh, just run. Don't worry about kicking.
That's why he's on the wing, isn't it, to run?
Yeah, you saw their game plan there. They went to the right, found Harawira-Naira. Got a quick play ball, and went straight back to the other side, attacking Benji Marshall, looking to play scrum line to scrum line.
Played by Glenn. Now to Tautau Moga. Newcastle bound next season. Along with his teammate for Brisbane, Herman Esiesi, who will come off the bench later on. Milford with a one-handed pass. And it gets as far as Adam Blair, who's tackled on the halfway. Here's Hunt. Here's Milford. Here's Thaiday. Held by May and Yeo. Played on the 40 by Thaiday. Off to Adam Blair. Gets the offload away. Marshall's got it now. Benji dances with him. Benji sends it to Gillett. He bumps off Mansour. That's the last. Milford rushes in the dummy half. He goes down the short side to Marshall. Tumbles end over end. Roberts giving chase. They up. There you go. Good catch by the young fullback. This impressive talent, Dylan Edwards.
Yeah, you saw that offload there from Adam Blair. Those offloads out the back, they've got some targets. Nicarima, Marshall, Milford, these players off offloads, very dangerous.
Juggled by Josh Mansour, alive. Back to Wallace, who just handed it to Regan Campbell-Gillard and said, "You can get tackled, mate, I'm not real keen." Fair enough, given his size. Now Wallace here will kick on 3. From very deep in his own half, it's angled towards the sideline. The bounce favoured Brisbane and Nicarima with the fullback duties tonight. Cleary down there to assist with the defence. Now Moga. Up-tempo start to the game for both teams. Now Jordan Kahu finds his way to the 40. Here's Ben Hunt. He's weaving, he's looking for something. He gets the ball away to Oates. Corey's broken free. He's got Edwards to beat. Corey Oates will leave Edwards for speed. Corey scores. The Broncos, they score the first try for the 17th time this season.
Well, that's just come out of nowhere. They were going nowhere, Brisbane, but outright the Penrith defence was a bit dipsy-doo-dah. There was gaps all over the place. Great ball from Ben Hunt on the angle. Corey Oates, and then it's a speed battle, and he just had too much for the youngster. First up, it's a Brisbane try.
The big hulking winger, Corey Oates, gets the Broncos on the board first.
Horrible defence here from Dallin Watun Zelezniak. You see, Hunt will get out a dummy half. Corey Oates doesn't even make an attempt to tackle him. And then even the turn and chase, just no attitude there. He should have been in and smashing Corey Oates here with a big left shoulder tackle. Really poor defence there from Dallin.
They've won Before tonight, Brisbane, 12 of the 16 games in which they've scored the first try. It's a strike rate of 75% from the sideline now. Jordan Kahu with his first assignment this evening. Oh, it's a shocker. Wouldn't have got through 3 sets of post that one. So it stays at 4-0 down the Darren sideline.
Yeah, Penrith, they put the early kick in, hoping to turn the big boys around on the Broncos, which they did, because it wasn't until play 4 that the forwards got back there, and that's when Ben Hunt saw one marker. There wasn't much happening, but watch this ball. Outside, Nathan Cleary. Great ball. The winger had gone back because he was probably expecting to kick that next tackle. It was a pretty ordinary attempt, but well done, Corey Oates.
To me, that was a case of just all those outside backs ball watching, not being aware of where their opposing players are, and Corey Oates snuck up on him.
Well, they say he's destined for a spot in the forwards, Corey Oates.
Not yet.
Well, he's got a bit of speed to burn. He'll be a handful. He's a giant unit. So Brisbane leading 4-0. Here's Maguire. Taken by Wallace and helped by Isaiah Yeo. Now Matt Gillett has it. Sends it away to James Roberts, the Broncos' leading try scorer this year. 10 short of the halfway line. Oh, bad ball from Kahu. Couple of bounces. No harm done. Thaida's got it. He's 8 metres short of the line. Milford didn't get good contact on that, and it tumbled safely for Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. Here's Dylan Edwards. You can see he's got the knee heavily strapped. There's some doubt over his role for the remainder of the season on the back of that knee injury. Now Cleary's trapped with it. 12 short of the halfway line. Oh, Harawira-Naira's left it behind. Milford nearly swooped on that. Here's Dean Pare with a one-handed carry. And they're well in their own half here, Penrith. They'll come away for a Nathan Cleary long kick.
Really poor set. That was set up defensively. Great kick in the end by the first 2 defensive plays by Broncos. Dallin Watene held him up, and then the next play they sprinted off their line. He stopped those first 2 plays. Stops there, go forward.
Played by Roberts. Benji's got nowhere to go, and he's speared into the ground with force there by Tyrone Peachy, who had a running battle with Dylan Walker last week. He's got Roberts to face off with tonight. Thaiday. First penalty of the night.
Can't bring you in with them, mate.
Yep.
Can't plant the ball, can you? No. Is that the rule this year? Anyway, moving forward.
So here's Gillett. Brisbane set up camp here in Penrith's half. 15 metres inside the Panthers end of the field. Maguire tackled on the 30. Here's Ben Hunt, out of dummy half, goes to Marshall, then goes to Roberts. Sees off Edwards momentarily. Isaiah Yeo comes in to claim him, 20 metres short of the line. Here's Sam Thaiday, ball play. Out the back to Anthony Milford, always dangerous. In this situation, he nearly cut his way through Milford. Well, this is ominous signs for Penrith. They've had some holes exposed in their defensive line. Blair tries the power play, he's a metre out. Oh, another penalty after 5 tackles too.
Oh, poor discipline there from Tamo. That was the last play.
Sam.
Really dumb play.
And they'll take the 2 here.
Roberts again.
The Bronx, you know, the first up contact by Penrith is pretty ordinary as well.
Yeah, sweet.
A lot of the Brisbane players are getting to the defence and then bouncing off and going in another direction.
Footwork of Milford there. Watch him do Trent Merrin up here. He'll go left foot and then he'll go in and away again.
Oh, wonderful.
That's Benji-like, isn't it? Benji from 2005.
Well, it's just a bit of danger.
And there's no, like the Penrith line is set. There's no reason to
That's
hang
ridiculous.
on that long.
It's really poor discipline.
Well, it'll cost them another 2 points.
In replay, the penalty by Sam Thaiday, when he gets up and plays the ball, he's got that sticky stuff on his hand. The ball actually sticks to his hand.
So Kahu makes it a 6-0 scoreline. Some happy Brisbane fans. Season's on the line here. Positive start for the Broncos.
Get behind us.
Wayne Bennett doesn't enjoy a favourable head-to-head record against Anthony Griffin. Griffin is edging him 8 games to 2. 1 draw in there as well. But the old Masters on top at the minute. Here's Blair now with the cart back.
Together now, ready again.
Karima into dummy half. Friday getting it up through the centre. Arrives at Isaiah Yeo. Over the 20 they go. Gillett tackled. Tamo there with Tyrone May. Here goes Maguire. Straight up into Wallace. 15 short of the halfway line. The Brisbane Broncos. Here's Milford. He wants to run again. Merrin was up to it that time. The offload of Nicarima effective. Now it's with Alex Glenn. They punch through again here. Glenn turns it to Corey Oates, who shelled it.
Yeah, once again, the offload, the footwork of the speed men. It was Marshall, the footwork, and then the offload to Nicarima. He gets across field and then turns Alex Glenn. Look at the speed here and the footwork from Alex Glenn. And then Corey Oates drops a fairly simple ball. Bit of shoulder from Dallin Watine.
That could have been try time again. The Penrith defence looks about a metre slower tonight than normal. It's ordinary. They better fix that up.
You go to Brad Fittler just on that. Brad, they found some territory on that Penrith right-hand edge so far.
Yeah, like you boys are talking about, it's all off the offloads. It looks like Penrith, all they want to try to do is take time out of the ruck. And everything in their mind, I think, is about slowing the game down. Then when Brisbane speed it up, they don't have an answer. I think themselves have got to get on the pace and start thinking a bit quicker.
Yes, well, they've got some energetic speedmen in this Panthers team.
Mate, that is a future New South Wales coach talking there.
Geez, you don't set the bar high.
Everyone's trying to Shanghai him into the job, aren't they? Here's Wallace. Oh, look at that. 432 metres against 136 for Penrith. Huge deficit. Here's Campbell Gillard now. He arrives at the 30. Here's the final play coming up. Nathan Cleary. This is an end-over-end kick. Corey Oates catches it. He's pinned down on the 10-metre line. So Melbourne awaits the winner of this in the grand final qualifier next week. Tau Moga with a run. 61 against 39 possession count. Here's Maguire. Just eating up the metres, Josh.
Incredible speed off the mark, Maguire. When he gets the ball one off the ruck, how quick he gets out of the advantage line.
Benji. Wanted to weave some footwork into that. Picks up a couple of metres. He's 6 short of the halfway now. The kick, charge down off Wallace.
It's hit him in the head.
He's been left lamenting that. Cleary's on the chase, trying to seal Nicarima. Still the last tackle. Nicarima's going to run. He's going to take it down the sideline. He's going to step inside Harawira and Ira bundles him.
Well, he obviously didn't know.
Swap, mate.
He must have thought it was play on.
To hand over.
Geez, he might be off for an HIA here for a Falcon. Let's have a look.
If there's one head in the NRL doesn't need to be hit with the ball in the head, poor old. What does Lockie call him? Sausage skin. He splits that easy. Have you seen his head? How many cuts and abrasions he's got on his head?
Well, he's playing hooker these days.
Lockie,
he's not playing halfback.
Can you bring us in on this one?
Yeah, he's got soft skin. He's got soft skin. We used to call him sausage skin. He takes it in his stride, but he does get knocked around a while.
That's a good one.
Okay, Adam.
Didn't miss.
Wow, you shouldn't laugh. Oh, he's a warrior, isn't he, Peter Wallace?
All right, so Dr. Norm Southern there on the Penrith bench thinking HIA. Keep an eye on that. He's an influential player, Peter Wallace, for the Panthers. He's out there at the minute, though. Away now for May. Turn to Merritt. Gets it out the back to May again. Now to Cleary. Wants to run. Confronted by Maguire. He's 22 short of the line. Here's Wallace. Here's May. Here's Tyrone May.
He's a good player, this young man.
12 out. Wallace goes right. Cleary's got it. Plays short to Harawira and Naira, who tried to burst through there. They've just contained him. Wallace spins to Cleary. Bounces off the legs of Herman Essie, who's into the game after 18.5 minutes, and Brisbane win it back. Now Gillett. They are dominating this yardage game, the Broncos. Forward goes Kahu this time. Here's Benji. Taking off from dummy half. Cop that. Campbell Gillard shortens him up. Now it's with Alex Glenn. Down to Brad Fittler.
Yeah, the concern with Peter Wallace, you can see it hit him right in the temple, so Norm Southern thought he most surely worth a bit of a rest in the HIA, and young Sony Katoa, who's a rule, he's a live wire out of there, so he might spark the Panthers into action.
So he's preparing sideline Katoa. He's forced his way into this top 17 for the Panthers over the last 6 weeks or so. Here's Tyrone Peachy. And now Edwards with a scamper. Wallace comes from the field for that check. He's got some claret coming out of the lips as well. There's the sausage skin. Tackled on the halfway. Lieutenant Zalesnia. Away now to Merrin. That's nice. Merrin, oh, the offload, and it went straight to Benji. They look like they're a bit on tilt here, Penrith. Here's Big Herman. Breaks inside the Panthers' half. The Broncos by a converted try. Oh, they've had a big collision here. Is this friendly fire? There's nothing friendly about it. Oates has been ironed out.
Yeah, this is
bad. This is bad. The impact.
The Alfie's calling straight for the doctor and the stretcher.
Oh, 3 of them all coming together. Oh, he's copped the back of the shoulder, right on the chin.
At that pace.
Well, this is understandably a precaution. The Medicab comes out. The doctor's out there with Corey Oates. We'll take a break while he receives some attention. Yeah. It's the medical team with Brisbane's Corey Oates. There's some understandable concern amongst the Brisbane fan contingent. This is how it happened. You see Oates just runs straight into Milford and collects his shoulder right on what looked to be sort of the chin area, I suppose. So we wish Corey well, and understandably and appropriately, all the precautions that need to be taken here are being observed. David Mead is on the bench for Brisbane tonight, so handy in this situation for Wayne Bennett to be able to call on a specialist winger.
It's just all his head that took the hit. Nothing but head. Oh, I hope he's all right.
Brad, down to you.
Yeah, I don't think anyone... It's hard to make comment when someone's lying there so crook as Corey Oates at the moment, but I've got to wonder why it wasn't play on. Nathan Cleary came up with a really good play. It forced a collision. The ball hits the ground. Katoa picks it up. He found Farah. There was no one in defence.
Well, I just said that.
I've got a comment in the spirit of the game. When
I know it's in the spirit of the game, but the Penrith bloke picked the ball up. It was Nathan Cleary made the good play. You know, I know Corey Oates is lying down. He's obviously pretty heavily concussed, but you know he still would have been there if Penrith was still scoring in the corner.
In the end, they ruled a simple Brisbane knock on, and it wasn't touched by Penrith until they picked it up. So you're right, it could have been play on.
Yeah, no worries. You got that, G-Man? Yeah. Your guy's coming right over here.
Well, it should have been play on, but there's a duty of care from the referee. And I think he made the right call. The ball stops, and the impact like that.
He's running at full tilt.
I know by the letter of the law it should have been play on. I totally agree with Brad, but
Yeah, mate,
I think the referee's made the right decision.
Yeah, you're probably right, no doubt about it. Because in the end, it's a try, and then it's another minute before you get back to Corey.
Okay, up and over for us, Josh. Yeah, right over, good, mate. Up and over for us. Seconds behind, fellas. Just wait for an out call, boys. Outside leg. All right, give him a tunnel. 2 hands in square. Time on. Hold the weight.
So Mead out there, and we resume. Thinking about Corey Oates. We'll keep you updated on his condition. The 16, Joe Offendowi's into the game. So is the 17 for Penrith, James Fisher-Harris. The 14, Sione Katoa. The 7, Nathan Cleary. The 1, Dylan Edwards with tackle, ball and all. Moga closing in.
They've worked on that during the week. Last week, Moga was very passive and hanging back. That time, crunched him, outside in. Great defence.
He's played every game this year for the Broncos, Tautau Moga. 1 bouncer to Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. Maybe an opportunity for a Cleary high floater. No, he goes drop punt style. Oh, one of the Penrith players might have been felled here. Offside penalty.
That's the second or third time. He's just put an end over end bomb, trying to stand Nikorima still. Because they know he's a small man, they can get up over the top of him. They will gain great confidence from this error. This is a fairly simple take.
He jumped pretty early then.
Well, his body was so far away from the ball.
10 out, Campbell Gillard now. Penrith with their first look down here, really. It's taken them 22 minutes to venture this deep inside Brisbane's half. Katoa waits. Away to Tyrone May. Out to Edwards. Moga again good there in defence. Here's May. Here's Cleary. Here's Tyrone Peachy. Roberts accounts for him. No advance on 9 metres short of the line there for Penrith. Mansour. He goes backwards there, but then uses his strength to eat up a couple of metres. 6 metres short of the line. Katoa wants to duck down the short side. Couple out from the line. Final chance on this set for the Panthers. Cleary's got it. May's got it. Pass goes away. Brisbane's but geez, been good Moga. A few great reads.
Oh, that's a tackle of the match so far, that one. Read it beautifully. Kept his eye on the ball, but also on the player who was about to receive it.
Well, he had to play out the back. He had to play at the back, May. Moga was flying in. As soon as he got the ball, Moga was flying in on Harawira and Naira. You watch May. As soon as he looks at, he's got to see that. He's got to play out the back there. 3-on-1 on the outside. That's a poor miss. But great defence there from Moga. Last week, he's very passive hanging back. Tonight, you can see that Wayne Bennett, the super coach, has done a lot of work on their edges. Very aggressive. And your pep talk there from Alex Glenn.
Right, what are we doing? Staying? Yeah, hold up though. Let the trainer go.
The Broncos have won 6 of 13 games against fellow top 8 opposition this year, but they've won just 2 of their past 7 games against fellow top 8 rivals. Need now. Looking through the teams earlier, Paul, we were thinking, well, where's Wayne Bennett going to get David Mead into the game? We wouldn't want Corey Oates to be off, but at least it's accommodated a straight swap there. Benji will kick on 4. Doesn't hit it all that cleanly. Dallin with 10 Zalesnia.
This is where Penrith Panthers have to improve these first 2 or 3 plays. Try to get over the advantage line, get the quick play of the ball to help their front rowers roll forward.
Peachy. Good dual list, the 2 threes, isn't it? Peachy v Roberts.
And good news for Penrith. Bryce Cartwright fits into the match after 25 minutes. See if he can work some magic. A fine player.
Returned from a knee injury in round 21, Bryce, and since then he's only had 1 handling error. And it's been an area of his game which has been questionable at varying times. He's got it right at the moment. There's the kick from Cleary. Mead with the catch. Darren, the latest from you down there.
There's some Corey Oates. It's obviously a severe concussion, but the good news is there's no breaks. I'm worried there's no breaks or fractures.
All right, that's great news, Darren. Thanks for that. Watching well, Corey Oates. They haven't got anywhere of note here, Brisbane, and as a result of that, Hunt decides to clear it out of there. Edwards with the retrieval. He's got offhand Gowie and SES in front of him, so too Milford, and so too Moga. Slowly up there, Dylan Edwards. Keep an eye on him. Oh, had the wind taken out of him. There's the scoop up from Vare. It's up to the halfway and beyond it. 3 plays gone. 17. Herman Esiesi, the tackler. Now Cartwright. The Fisher-Harris, sorry. Cartwright's there available. Inside ball, Campbell Gillard keeps it alive. Fisher-Harris had to scrap and he got it back. Here's the last. Cleary across the park. He's kicking to Dallin with 10 Zalesnia. Mead's there, takes it nicely, David Mead. Well, I think it's fair to say, Andrew, the Broncos are handling anything Penrith's throwing at them at the moment.
Defending well, the Broncos. Some nice work at a dummy half from
Katoa.
Yeah,
he's good, eh?
Some nice select passing.
There's Milford.
Big tackle, Yo there.
So Penrith, they'll be looking just to be in touch at the halfway mark and beyond it. They've scored 33 of their 86 tries this season in the last 20 minutes of their games. And they've conceded just 1 try in their last 2 second halves. So they really close games well, the Panthers. Edwards with the return. 14 missed tackles for Penrith. 8 against Brisbane. It's a high count at this stage of the game. Now Tyrone Peachy. They needed that, Penrith.
Well, that's their first penalty of the game. Second penalty. This will help. Their forwards will get to have a breather. They'll go into their structures. They've been looking to play from scrum line to scrum. The scrum line, for people at home, it's that line 20 metres in from the sideline. They like to play from.
Campbell Gillard. Saying he's in the frame for an Australian jumper, at least part of the squad for the World Cup. Now Cartwright has it. They can't put him on the deck. They'll play it here to Katoa. It'll be sent away to Cleary. Short ball, Harawira steaming onto it. Well tackled by Milford and Alex Glenn. Now Milford made a nuisance of himself there. Katoa picked it up. Cartwright has it away to Nathan Cleary. Cleary trying to bust through, tackled by Hunt. 5 metres short. Can Penrith get a repeat set? If they can't find some points, Mansour is it the last. Cartwright will put the kick in. And well done by Kahu, who sees some territory and picks up 11-12 metres for his trouble.
Oh, brilliant play from Kahu. It was a nice little kick from Bryce Cartwright, but Kahu turned on a sixpence. Back into the field of play. Crowd's baying for a penalty. Had the audacity to beat someone, make 10 metres.
Oh, that was a testing pass. Milford accelerates onto it. Geez, blinding quick off the mark. Glenn's been dispossessed of it. Barre gets it back.
Great tackle on Glenn by Katoa.
Yeah, big tackle. That wasn't
massive.
a fatty. Some momentum shift there. Katoa, great tackle, great scramble.
Now Wallace has been cleared to return. There's Katoa, the dummy half. Campbell Gillard with another run forward. 25 metres out. Tyrone May. Isaiah Yeo. 11 short of the line. Benji involved there in the tackle. So too Gillett. Here's the final play coming up. Cartwright sends it away to Cleary. Cleary puts the kick through. He chases after it as well. The young halfback. Oh, Harawira Naira was close.
Goal line.
Now Mead wants to run away and start, except the problem is they said it's a goal line dropout.
It'll get reviewed. It'll get reviewed.
And because this has occurred in the in goal, we can have an adjudication by the bunker.
Bounce horse, is that correct? It's a goal line. David! Goal line. The ball's got to bounce dead. He touches it before it bounces.
They've sorted all that out, goal line dropout. Joe, I reckon Penrith would look better the last 7-8 minutes. They seem to be getting into their stride.
Like Katoa out there. I'll go to Brad Fittler, ask him what he's seen down there. Where would he attack if he was playing for the Panthers?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I like when Sione Katoa was getting out from dummy half. He had to go for a short kick.
And it's, well, did that clear 10?
No.
Oh, dear, the Broncos have won it back.
Great play.
Well, that was Peter Wallace's hands. He's just gone back on for Sione Katoa, and then Moses Leota was a double change. Took Campbell Regan-Gillard's position.
Yeah, I wondered if this went over the 10 here. Let's just see.
If you're good enough to throw that back, why aren't you good enough to catch it? His hands were there. He had to catch
It
it.
was over the top of him, wasn't he? Yeah. Here's Nicarima now. It's gone quick.
That's a Walker Brothers play, isn't it? They do short dropouts all the time.
Make it a contest. That's their theory.
I love it.
Gillett and Isaiah Yeo in a tussle there. Marshall. It's a wonky kick. It lands for Mead. Mead nearly burst through. He lost the ball. I wonder if that was a set play.
Advantage, loose carry.
I'd say Benji will say yes.
Change over.
It was a shank.
G-man.
He was looking for the torpedo and just absolutely shanks it. But sometimes the ugly kicks are the best kicks.
Couldn't have landed any better. If you're a Telstra mobile customer, you can stream NRL games faster and in more places. If you'd like to A winner, one of 20 trips. Trips for 2 to the grand final. Simply share the most interesting place that you've streamed the footy. Head to Telstra's Facebook page to enter the competition.
They need more from that from Mansour.
May sends it away for impaging James Fisher-Harris. 20 metres out. Peachy in the dummy half. Cleary with the kick. Oh, he's been good, Mead, since coming out there, hasn't he?
He's been a star. International player, Papua New Guinea. Long-time servant of the Gold Coast Titans.
He's a leading try scorer, in fact. Ooh. Wallace has copped another shot. He's all right, though. Now Josh Maguire. He's 12 metres short of the halfway. From inside the 40. Straight down the ground. Oh, it's going to be too deep.
Unlucky there for Benji. That's his favourite kick. He likes to get on the right-hand side and hook it back to his left. Remember last week he got a 40-20 or attempted 40-20, which Blake Ferguson tipped back in the field. Down to you, Darren Lockyer.
Yeah, the first points were scored in the 7th minute. Since then, it's been a real arm wrestle. You see the body language out there of both teams. They're both struggling. So you get the feeling the next points in this game will have a big psychological advantage.
Only 4 penalties in the match so far. Mansour, that's good work. Mansour nearly busting through. Tackled by Hunt. Here goes Tyrone May. Gives it to Harawira and Naira. Another good tackle by Tau Moga. Penalty.
Grabbing the foot.
And we saw there with Mansour. Hardly any penalties, mate, like 4 penalties. Not many stoppages. A lot of these forwards around the middle of the field are tired. Any footwork and speed around the middle of the field. And just watch this, I think. At half-time, Anthony Griffin will getting to his right side. Looking for Harawira to run that strong line, but playing out the back. That's 3 times Moga's snuffed that. Peter Wallace has split.
Are we right here?
That's
okay,
from the kick still.
Foot, Alex. Right, Pete, when you're ready.
I tell you, Joe, I'd really like to see Tyrone May run a little bit more with the ball. He's a good passer, but I want to see him just hold it up and take off. Use his own natural footwork.
Big Moses Leota. The Panthers, 16 metres separates them. The first points of the game. Pressure there on Edwards. Hunt came racing out, but the fullback is tackled. He's 8 metres out. He's right under the post at Suncorp. Through the hands now to Isaiah Yeo. Good legs tackle, Gillett. Held by Marshall too. 4 minutes until half-time. Penrith haven't registered a blow yet. Now, I think that's touched the Brisbane player, Moga. It has.
He plays out the back this time to Edwards.
Okay.
When they play at the back, Edwards has to give himself another metre or 2 just so he can play that
Brisbane
pass.
has run the ball away. Cheer, guys. We're on the clock, boys.
Ball will go wide. Cleary will play at the back. Edwards just has to give himself a little bit more depth so he can sum up the pass. There's an opportunity there. Moga once again aggressive in defence.
Yeah, they've had them for numbers there a couple of times.
Brad Fittler.
Last week they tried that and it wasn't successful last week. You got to think too, his left knee is the one where he had the medial damage. He's going to come around and play that play and draw the bloke in. He's going to be heavy on that inside knee, maybe just a bit nervous.
Here's the Panthers. Bodies in motion. Peachy. Good defence by James Roberts. They threw plenty of speed at them then. Here's Mansour. He goes backwards. And now he goes across the field. He's lost 5 metres, Josh. Wallace races in the dummy half on the back of a quick play of the ball. Cleary, Harawira and Naira dropped it. The referee blows his whistle.
Knock on and goes into Brisbane's head.
And the Brisbane boys quite happy with themselves. They've held out the Penrith Panthers. They keep running these same plays, all to no avail at the moment. Just not getting them right.
He got his feet mixed up there. You see, he held the pass back for a second. Nathan Cleary. He's going to play that pass to Corey Harawira-Naera. He has to skip across the field further just to try to make Milford get in two minds to open up that gap between Milford and Moga. Pass was in the air too long.
Sorry, Andrew. Tomorrow night, Eels Cowboys from ANZ. The winner, they take on the Roosters for a spot in the season finale, and the loser, they're going to hang up the boots for the rest of the season. One bounce now for Kahu.
Mays down the 5'8", he hasn't moved.
So they're one down in the line, Penrith. Well, Langas come over to help Tyrone May, the Brisbane trainer. Oh, this has come undone. Knock on.
Time off. Time off. Knock on, Brisbane.
There's some concern for May here.
That's great sportsmanship from Alfie. Getting there first, trying to lend assistance. The great champion halfback.
Well, if May does go off here,
no, he's just twisted.
Say Cartwright may go to 5'8". Just puts even more pressure on Nathan Cleary. Checking the stability there of the knee. That's where they test the cruciate ligament on that one. Twists up here, was it? Oh.
He saw him grimace as soon as that happened.
When they test for that cruciate, Joe, what are they looking for?
When they test it, if there's given it,
right.
If it's rock solid and nice and firm, that knows that tells the trainer or the physio there.
But if it wobbles and he's
and it's really loose, shows that you've tore it.
Well, if he come off here,
if he comes off, and then this knee cools down, that's his night.
Big moment in the game, this one. Well, he wants to stay out there, Tyrone.
Well, Freddie's down there on the sideline. You seeing anything, Brad?
Yeah, well, the trainer's trying to just get some communication out of him. He's a pretty quiet bloke at the best of times, Tyrone, but I think he's just giving himself some time. He doesn't look confident.
No.
Yeah.
You can see the physio there shaking his head at the bench. So he's obviously felt the knee, and if there's any movement there, you would have tested thousands and thousands of knees. And structurally, there is a problem there.
Well, this is hard luck for him. They take a long time about this. So May's off.
Let's form up, mate. All right, guys, we're forming up.
Well,
and Campbell Gillard's going to come out there.
Hey, we're going to form up.
Bryce Cartwright has played well at 5'8", plenty of times for Penrith.
Yes, even though he's playing 5'8", Bryce Cartwright, he's still got to have the mentality of a back row. He's got to think run first. Can't be thinking it's because he's playing 5'8", he's got to play pretty. Even more pressure on the young man now, Cleary.
As Isaiah Yeo, they've had a lot of time next to each other in the halves in the last couple of seasons, Cartwright and Cleary. Now Penrith, they approach the final minute of the first half. Leota gets rattled up by a good tackle. Essie the man, 21 out from the line. Here's Cleary. Gives the ball away to Campbell Gillard. Look at him charge. He's nearly there. Can't find the line. Had to be a penalty. I think it's a penalty Brisbane are happy to concede.
Probably take two here, would you? 30 seconds to go.
So they'll get 4 tackles in.
Yeah, they're going to keep playing on. Here's Harawira-Naera. This is a good test for Brisbane. 30 seconds left. Penrith have had a lot of ball down this end of the park in the last 10-15 minutes. And Milford, I think, wants to give away another penalty. Harawira-Naera's made a bungle of it. Should have taken the 2, Fatty.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. He surrenders. Then he locks him in with the legs. And if he loses it,
He's got no rights.
Well, that's going to see us out.
Great run. He's a fine player, this young lad, Campbell Gillard.
There's half-time, a low scorer. Broncos leading the Panthers 6-0. Corey Oates, the try scorer, in the 7th minute, and a Jordan Kahu penalty goal in the 14th. They're the scoring plays in the first half. So Penrith are certainly close enough if they're good enough, but they've lost Tyrone May for the back part of the first half. Just wondering whether he might be out there. Got a full complement of players on the bench. It looks like Penrith will get an update with Brad and Darren sideline shortly. In fact, he is on the bench there, Tyrone May. He's trying to get some movement into his knee, Andrew, but he's hobbling along. Going half-time, yeah, in fact...
Oh, he's no chance.
He's with the doctor now. There he is. Yeah, doesn't look like he's good to go, unfortunately, for the young man.
boys.
He'll be desperately disappointed. So it's the Broncos to restart us. Long kick fielded by Edwards. Back comes Leota.
I spoke to Trad McLean, who's the Broncos media man at half-time, and he said that Corey Oates is okay. He's up, he's walking around, he's moving, obviously, but he's heavily concussed, but he's okay.
All right, that's great. Glad that he's nothing more serious structurally. So Campbell Gillard, a couple of incisive runs from the Panthers, number 10 in the first half. Leota. Taken by Ben Hunt, plays it quickly. Cleary. He always seems to have time, doesn't he, this outstanding prospect. The halfback, 19 years of age, Nathan Cleary. Cody Nikorima. Now to Jordan Kahu.
Watching Nikorima, he's either going to come up with a great play or a howling error. It's that boy, doesn't care where he is, he's looking to pass.
Away now for Roberts, who shelled it. Now the referees are saying it was a Penrith hand, in fact. Zero tackle. There's a break for the Broncos.
Well, I think he played at the ball. Farah comes into the tackle and definitely plays at the ball. There was a loose carry.
Well, they've compounded it. Panthers down to Brad's sideline.
Got to be some response.
Yeah, just talking to the doc, they're about 80% sure that it could be an ACL. So there's a small glimmer of hope. Let's keep our fingers crossed for Tyrone.
There's no Matt Moylan for the Panthers at the moment either, so depending on what happens tonight, might have a little issue, although Mark White, the obvious man to fill in that role as he is at the moment. There's Corey Oates in the sheds. A few cobwebs there, but largely all right. So Ben Hunt gives it away to Milford. He's going to kick here. It's the second tackle. Moga puts a chase on it. Edwards wants it to roll, and that's what it did.
Well, he looked up and saw.
I got a penalty.
He saw Dylan Edwards in the defensive line.
Penalty.
He had time. He was chasing. Took him out.
This is a sin bin.
Horse just needs some help with a mark.
For me, this is a professional foul. So Dylan Edwards up on the line, so he decides to kick.
Well, they can take a shot here and extend the lead to 8-0. Still weighing up
I
what
get
they're
you,
going to
but
do.
there is an argument he was committed to the tackle and just took an extra step.
Well, they haven't indicated they're going to take the shot here, the Broncos.
Actually, one of the referees called played on. He was heading back out to the 20. But the
It was a pocket referee.
Yeah.
It was the right decision.
yeah. Go for two. Yeah, shot for goal.
They are going to take the shot. We'll take a break at 6-0. So a kick here from Jordan Kahu. You wouldn't think an 8-point margin would be enough, Andrew, but the way this game's panned out, it's handy, isn't it? Outside the converted try.
Well, I thought it'd be a high-scoring game, but both teams are throwing plenty at each other, but defensively really strong. See if he can strum this over. His first kick was terrible. No,
he's
the shape of that ball. He's a right foot kicker. Normally, if you look at someone like Thurston, the way the ball arcs from right to left. His first kick, the shape of the ball went away, and that time it went the same way. So it starts near on the post, or inside the post, and shapes away. As a kicker, that is the worst shape you can see.
One of these rarities in the game these days, a 20-metre dropout. It's been a while since we've seen one of those. Out comes Joel Fengawi for Brisbane. He normally kicks it dead straight, Jordan Kahu. There's a good run. Herman Essie. 10 metres, the Panthers side are halfway. Lane out of Milford. Out the back to Offengawi. 22 short of the line. In the dummy half goes Alex Glenn. To Anthony Milford. He's a sitting duck for Campbell Gillard. The ball's come out.
Oh, what a big play. Great tackle, great hit, and the ball came loose and he jumped on it. Brilliant Campbell Gillard. He's been the most improved player in the back half of the year.
The front row, he's got tremendous speed.
The Panthers all have a chance. Dallin or Tenez-Lesniak.
He double pumps the pass here, far right. If he would have found Dallin between when he had the ball cocked ready to go, he's away. Double pump, pulls it back and second guesses himself. He passes here. Double pumps and the ball goes behind. Attention to detail.
So this is a tense affair. Melbourne awaits the winner. Brisbane out by converted tries and more points coming. Yes, there is. It looks like Roberts. He'll score. Roberts with the speed and the evasion. And that's a dagger through the Panthers' hearts. 10-0 Brisbane, kick to come.
Well, on the block play, they get Nikorima one-on-one with Bryce Cartwright, and the speed of Nikorima, he gets on the outside at Cartwright on the Harvey Norman replay. Watch him burn Cartwright for speed, which interests Peachy, and then Jimmy the Jet. See you later.
James Roberts gets his 18th try of the year. A kick to come for Brisbane to make it 12 points to 0. And the Broncos, they'll fancy their defence to defend this.
How fast was he when he got in the clip?
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Freakish speed.
And that all came in the back of that awful Penrith mistake. They had a chance themselves to score a try.
No issues for Kahu. Darren Lock here at 12-0.
Yeah, it's a real specialist position, that three left in when you're defending, that three in, and Cartwright wouldn't normally be there, and Nikorima just plants his feet there, Cartwright, and that's enough to get him on the outside. Gets Peachy interested and he has to come in, and then Roberts, well, when he's that close, he won't miss. See here, just plants his feet for that split second, which puts the defensive line in doubt.
Yeah, the key in that position, you got to check and release. So you got to look at that lead runner, and then as soon as the ball goes behind, you got to release and chase that guy on the sweep. And you got those big guys.
Oh no, it's gone dead on the full. He's a calm customer, Anthony Griffin, but I'm sensing there might be a few nerves jangling up there in the box at this point.
Did you ever kick it out in the full, Joey, like that? Didn't you do it one day when you had red hair at Brookvale Oval?
Good state of mind that time.
Early tackles.
Well, this is a worry for Penrith.
Stay on, boys.
They are a great second half team, the Panthers, but they're giving away a start at 12-0. Ben Hunt. Panthers defending here. Defending desperately. Essie. 20 out. The Broncos stacked out left. Playing a dummy half. Milford! Nearly through. Gets the pass away. On the 10-metre line. Offengawi played it. Now Maguire has a go. Maguire. He hasn't stopped yet. A metre short of the line. Ben Hunt gives it away to Benji and Milford. Oh, it's an ugly-looking pass.
That's been real forward.
Stages. Shot clock.
It was a set play before the Broncos, and it's a way to counter the inside pressure. You'll see Campbell Gillard will pressure hard from the inside. Watch him come out to try to pressure Hunt to play early. They changed the angle to go back inside. It's a way to counter that inside pressure defences used from marker or that first defender off the ruck. Nice play by the Broncos. And then Milford, you play this play. He has to turn his body the other way to pass. Poor pass. Darren Lockyer.
After they scored the last try, the Broncos, Kahu took the goal kick. He pulled up pretty lame. He limped out of that, so I don't think he's 100%. Kahu.
Here's Moses Leota running out on an edge. You see the inconvenienced Jordan Kahu. There's Fare playing it. Now this is Dylan Edwards. Couple short of the halfway line. Here's Dallin in the dummy half. Such a strong runner from that area. He plays it on the 40-metre line of Brisbane as Cleary sends it away to Bryce Cartwright. And he'll turn it to Isaiah Yeo. Penrith, they've got to find some points and soon. Here's Cleary. He goes aerial. Harawira Naira chasing. So's Vare, but they provided a lovely shield there for David Mead to come through and take the catch. Try Arrow in 15. Redding himself on the sideline. He's into the game now with Maguire gone. That's only their fourth interchange too, Brisbane. Wayne Bennett has got half his movements available to him with 28 minutes remaining in the game. Larrow. Campbell Gillard raced up to confront him. He's Titans bound next year, Jai Arrow. This is Offengawi up to the halfway. Kick from Hunt. He splits the gap between Mansour and Edwards. It's the former who can run the ball back. Met there by Arrow. And that's good smart football for Brisbane. Kick long, play it down the other end of the ground. They're out by 12-0. Placing the final four of the season at stake. Penrith, they've got 27.5 minutes to summon something and keep their season alive. Here's Fisher Harris. 6 short of halfway. They're up to halfway now. It was Cartwright. Times on the back of that pass by Cleary to Gillett. So good, 1-on-1. Now Wallace puts the kick through. Sits comfortably for Nicarima. Milford. And here's Moga. Ball's come out. Did that go forward? The ref saw it and they got the tick of approval. $15 short of the halfway line. Here's Alec Clean. Here's Herman Essie. Such a handful when he runs the ball, isn't he?
He's going to be a star at the Knights next year, that's for sure.
Well, Gillett might have been high that. The crowd certainly thought so. A high kick by Marshall. Gallen's waiting underneath it. He takes the catch well, but Alex Glenn there to meet him as soon as he caught the ball, hit the ground. And just...
Arrows, he's knocked out.
Oh, dear. Well, he's up and trying to get back. Oh, there'll be HIA coming here, and on the basis of what we've seen, he won't be passing that.
Got the wobbly on.
Go, 3.
And nowhere to go for Penrith.
James, give room!
They're stuck down here, Paul, aren't they? Here's Fisher-Harris now. He's really handled strongly there.
Tackle 5, time off.
James Fisher-Harris.
Last tackle, James Fisher-Harris.
We've got an injury, guys. Training, let us know.
Yeah, they're finally getting to Jai Arrow.
Yeah, that's last.
It's a process, Adam. It's a trainer. Concentrate.
Gets his head on the wrong side here, gets the hip. Ooh.
I didn't see, mate. It's a process, Adam.
That hip is one of the hardest places in the body, isn't it? The hip. Get your head on the wrong side.
They've got to get a replacement.
Wait, James.
Regan, don't change.
Friday back into the game now.
That's fine.
There's only a brief stint by Arrow.
Yeah, the Panthers aren't happy because it's a slow play of the ball on the 5th tackle.
Cleary goes for the talk. Hangs up. Oh, Nicarima takes the catch. Getting Mead to run back. That's a good return by David Mead. Let's go to Brad.
I was just going to support what Joey was saying. 5th tackle, stop the game, slow play the ball. I think Jai Arrow did on the 1st tackle. That didn't help the Panthers at all.
It's Ben Hunt turning it to Friday. Isaiah Yeo is inconvenienced here. He's trying to get back into the line, and they head towards that part of the Panthers' defence. The tackle's made. It's played now to Hunt. Now to Benji. Left foot step. Left foot step. He's still got it, and he breaks his way up to the 20-metre line. Tackled by Wallace. Penrith are going backwards here. Hunt goes for a kick. It sits up. Oh, Bryce Cartwright, right place, right time, and Roberts comes in just to make sure that deal was signed. Oh, look at this. Numbers from Brisbane. 2 gone. They're right on their own line here, Penrith. Mansour can't go anywhere. They are wedged down here, the Panthers. Peachy barely outside his own 10, 4 down. It's a swarming defence. Tamo with an offload. Oh, Wallace had to go back and get it. Mansour's going to be tackled in goal. He just stays in the field of play.
Oh, it's a penalty.
Penalty.
Oh. Talk about.
Ben Hunt. Ben Hunt.
Ben Hunt offside. Wow. That's extremely poor play from Tamo. He just hoiks it out the back. There's no one there. Ridiculous pass.
That's a huge penalty there.
Yeah, they
They were under all sorts of trouble.
They were kicking on their own goal line on 5 then if that penalty doesn't come their way. No offload this time from Tamo.
Just have a look who's got it.
Yeah,
James
Tamo.
Tamu.
What's up?
Tackle 1. Okay.
Had a second ball on the field there for a second, that's why. Stop. Now Campbell Gillard, tackled by Friday. The defence on the veteran. Here's Isaiah Yeo. That gets them going forward. Wallace had to get a penalty.
Isaiah Yeo has been making some great inroads. Quick tap.
They're off. Peachy now. Will this be a turning point? Can Penrith find the line? Peachy playing it. Wallace goes away to Nathan Cleary. Turn to Campbell Gillard. I wonder if the number 7 might be thinking about having a dash at them himself here. He's a good ball runner. There he is, Cleary. 3 short of the line. Wallace racing. That has to be a penalty against Adam Blair.
Nathan! Wait.
See, that's the most blatant one we've seen in a while. Here's Tamo now. He's a metre short.
Brisbane defend their fullback in the line here, Nicarima. If they can find him with a bigger man.
Way to Cleary. There was Ben Hunt racing up. Cleary wants to get up and play it. He's held back. Wallace away. Mirren can offload. Thought about it. Probably thought better of it. Third gone. Panthers still not on the board yet. Cleary. Harawira-Naira. Oh, gee, support player there. Campbell Gillard. Loom is a danger. Couldn't get the ball away to him. Now Mirren's ankle tap. Keeps it alive to Campbell Gillard. Brisbane, they are defending well, and they forced a mistake.
Oh, that's outstanding, outstanding Brisbane defence. They were everywhere. Everything Penrith threw at them, bodies turned up. Patting themselves on the back, and so they should. That's match-winning defence. It's a shame for Campbell Gillard. He's been just about Penrith's best tonight.
38-6-2-3. Great attendance at Suncorp. And the Broncos at the moment are on track to go through to the final four. Melbourne awaits. Alex Glenn. That's a good tackle by Bahrain and Campbell Gillard. They slow him up, down the ground, and now it's with Josh Maguire. He's 15 short of the halfway line. Tamo the tackler. Away goes Ben Hunt. Sidestep, staying alive. Back to Anthony Milford. Milford dangerous over the halfway. Some real zest about Brisbane's work now as Maguire went across to Adam Blair, who rolled away from Wallace's tackle. He got an offload to Nikorima. Then it goes to Sam Thaiday. He's got to stick his head down and go for a run forward. Marshall will shoot to the sideline.
Yeah, smart play, Benji. 20 minutes to go. It's been a really fast game. A few stoppages. Their big men will be under fatigue. He knows that, Benji. Puts the ball out, gives his big boys a rest. So I'm encouraging his forwards then.
He's still got it, Bench.
Oh, he's playing smart.
Really good. He's played really well tonight. He and Milford have probably just offered a little bit too much.
Well, he's had a great year, Benji. When Wayne Bennett signed him, I thought, what's he doing? There was talk that he was going to play centre. But full credit to Benji, he's worked hard. He's had a great season.
He's still got some zip.
The Panthers have scored 2 tries in the last 10 minutes of both their last 2 matches. So their record at the end of games is the best in the league. They've scored 21 tries in the last 10 minutes of their games combined this year. Now Mansour in a push and shove. What's going to be the call here? The balls went left behind.
Well, Sam was patting him on the head. And Mansour, he reacts. Took the bait. Too smart there, Sam Thaiday. We'll see him come in. He'll push him in the head. We'll give him the pat.
Inside the final 20. Tamo. Stopped by Gillett, play to Wallace. Campbell Gillard now. Play big minutes, Regan, tonight. He's made 40 tackles, Regan Campbell Gillard. 104 running metres, 53 minutes of game time for him. Here's Edwards with the kick. He wants this to sit. Oh, it's going to roll too deep.
Yeah, shows his inexperience there. Playing at Suncorp, it's a fast surface. Brad Fittler spoke about the grass is cut short, the ball always rolls on. That hit the back fence. Nathan Cleary, then he got tackled on the last play. Big challenge for Cleary now, the last 18 minutes of the game.
It's Tyrone May.
Tyrone May off the third. Can he create some opportunities and jag 2 tries for his team? Big test.
Oh, Gillett rattled up by Campbell Gillard. Right with a short ball to Blair. The captain. Breaks inside Penrith's half. Milford now. Here's Maguire running at a dummy half. Gets as far as Peter Wallace. He's inside the 30 now. They're close enough for an attacking kick, Brisbane. It's switched away to Milford. Lovely set piece. Nicarima back to Milford. He keeps it alive to Glenn. Glenn will want to get rid of it here. It's the last. It does come out, but it's been dropped by Nicarima. And play on is the call for Harawira Naira. This bloke, Tyrone Peachy, he might need some of his brilliance. Could it be a bit of individual spark from one of these Penrith attacking weapons? Oh, Blair came in and hit Trent Merrin hard there to stop his run. Here goes Tamo. Offloaded to Wallace.
It's got to come off an offload.
Oh, he kept it alive. That was a late pass to Vare, who's nearly through here. Gets it away to Edwards. Good support play. It's the third tackle. Edwards will play it. Here's Bryce Cartwright. Dances. Oh, Campbell Gillard busts them open. Here come the Panthers.
Well, no one deserves that try on the field more than Regan Campbell Gillard. He's better than everything. Mate, upwards of 40 tackles, a lot of metres. He's always there backing up the inside. But it all started with a great offload from Tamo. That's the one. And then they carried it on. And here it was here. Dean Farre looking back on the inside, found the fullback. Great pass. And from there, once again, Bryce Cartwright gets the ball. Anything can happen. He goes to the line, searching. That's a pretty poor missed tackle there. Penrith back in it.
Yeah, I wonder if Mal Meninga's watching this. Don't ever been the best Penrith player. He's been the best player on the field.
Oh, yeah.
Out of all the players. Playing a lot of minutes. You see there, all those players are out on their feet. For him to push up from that break and put himself in a position to get that ball. There's higher honours coming for him.
Nathan Cleary makes it 23 successive conversions. He doesn't miss. 6 points the margin, Brad.
Well, this is why they score so many tries late. They play a bit of ad-lib football. When they're all structured, they don't seem as dangerous. And Bryce Cartwright, that real point of difference. You notice when Bryce gets it, the whole speed changes. Just watch him. There's no urgency to sprint at the line. He just gets there at his own pace. And Campbell Gillard, well, he deserved a try. He was always going to score a try tonight. We didn't know how he was going to get it. But yeah, the desperation, when they need points, Penrith,
Time you run here, David.
they seem to be able to get them. It's when they try to set up and use structure. Yeah, they don't seem very dangerous.
Well, they've stuck at it, Penrith. They've been wedged in their own half for most of the second half so far. We're looking now at just over 14 minutes left, and the Panthers are only 6 behind.
And that's got to lift them, the Panthers. And from what we just saw, Brisbane defence just starting to get a little bit tired. Some pretty poor efforts there from a couple of the Broncos.
Here's Cartwright, first receiver. Ball underneath to Isaiah Yeo. He's within 5 of the halfway. Merrin over it now. Taken by Thaiday and Hahn. He's up to play that quickly, Trent Merrin. It'll come away now to Cleary, who goes to Harawira Naira. Up and goes again here, Corey. Oh, they are looking better with the ball. There's some confidence creeping into Penrith's work. Cleary kicks for Edwards, who flies. Oh, that was a great contest. The two once together, and Nicarima won it. And he had to win it.
Oh, I thought Edwards was in. What a great kick. And look at that for a play. Nicarima.
Well, Harawira Naira's got a problem with a knee here. He's up and about. Brisbane on their own 40. Fourth tackle. Milford, 40-20. Hasn't got the angle. Fourth tackle kicked by Milford. Dallin with the return. He accelerates and gets hit hard.
Oh, Milford, there's
two Broncos that have been left behind.
Sam Thaiday.
Tackle two.
Thaiday and Milford have both got a problem here. And
Dylan Edwards is down also.
yes, and Josh Mansour
Tackle
has
two.
come running in from the other wing to see if Sam Thaiday is okay, and I can tell you from that shot that he's not. Oh, another one.
Once again, hits the hip.
Well, look at this is Milford and Thaiday both scattered in the same tackle. Well, Thaiday will have to go for HIA. The trainer points
Well, he's gone
for
for the
that
game.
now, and Milford, well, he's in all sorts.
He might have a cramp. The trainer's working on his leg. That's a typical cramp pose where your calf's cramped up or your hamstring and trying to get the blood flowing through it.
Well, Brad, they've lost, already lost Jai Arrow, and now Thaiday gone.
Yeah, Corey Oates is gone, so
Yes.
we've got Assessi. At the moment, Jai Arrow is actually back on the bench. I'll find out if he's able to play. Often Gowie's on the sideline ready to go on.
Jai Arrow he can't be allowed to come back on, can he?
Well, he's back on the
Yeah.
sideline, I doubt it.
Yeah. He looked like a baby giraffe the way he was trying to
I
run
think the
around
thing
the
they
court.
talk about with HIA, if there's that, you can see where that's stumbling. That's called grade 1 or A. Yeah, no, Jai Arrow's out, just been confirmed.
They got to
Semi-finals.
They got to sit at the ruck. Penrith, dummy half running from their speed men. Just stay at the ruck. They scored that try with the change of angles around the ruck.
Sorry, Brad. We'll get back down here shortly. On the 40 now. Here's Cartwright. Sends it away to Cleary. Now to Edwards. Edwards nearly accelerates through that gap. Good tackle, Milford. They'll be going at the number 6 for Brisbane. He's a target in defence most of the time, and with this added impost with a potential knee problem. Isaiah Yeo, they arrive at the last play. Bryce Cartwright chips for himself. Oh, that wasn't the play, was it?
That's terrible. I think they're looking to go 2 passes wide and get clear in the outside. That's poor field.
That's
Poor field.
himself and everyone there.
Blair, the man tackled. I don't know how you see this, Andrew, but it looks like the Penrith side have got a bit more gas in the tank than Brisbane at the moment.
Key for the Panthers, they're dummy half running. Mansour, Dallin Bateen.
He's off Gowie on the 30-metre line. A kick from Marshall. Might be a question mark on the player on the outside of him. Ball's been lost. Penrith knock on.
They touched it.
Mansour's not happy.
It's gone off Carter.
Big call.
Fine if you want time off.
They can't change this one.
You need one more. You need one more.
Darren Lockyer.
If I'm the Broncos, if I'm getting to the 4th or 5th tackle this set, I'd almost take the point. They're both out on their feet, these teams.
Well, that's a big call
Dylan.
because it's given Brisbane possession back, and they're 20 out from the Panthers line. 6 points the gap. Darren saying maybe 7 gets them home. Another 6, and they've almost got 1 foot through to week 3. Here's Maguire. Held by Mirren and Tamo. Played to Ben Hunt. Here we go. Kahu the man. Kahu sends it through.
And you can look at the error there of Dylan Edwards, but you trace it back to the chip kick from Bryce Cartwright. That gave the Broncos an opportunity to get an attacking kick-off.
I'm not sure yet. Probably
Imagine they'd kick short here.
Not sure.
Well, that was, what, second, third tackle. So smart play from the Bronx, if that was the intention. Successful. But 10 minutes to go.
They're kicking long.
Not as long as the one that went out on the full earlier. Glenn with the catch. And Sting's back. Look at that. What a tackle. Bengawi has it now. Just heard the call there from the referees. Just watch the strip, they're saying. So maybe a Penrith play to shoot out and try and steal possession. Here's Blair. Here's Benji. Here's Gillett. Tackled by Isaiah Yeo, 5 short of the halfway line. Ben Hunt to Josh Maguire now. Last play coming up. Hunt races in. Benji will put it high. Roberts, one of the chasers. Kahu's there as well. Touch back. Brisbane got it. Brisbane have got it. They're still saying last. It's flung out the back. Roberts now. He keeps it alive. It's with Opangawi. It's with Kahu. Organised chaos. It takes a bounce off Penrith. 6 to go. Oh, they didn't hear the call. Marshall knocked it on. Penalty. Is it a penalty? There's a whistle blown.
Saying next
Penalty to Penrith.
Joe,
they're saying offside.
Offside, yeah.
Joe's offside.
No.
Yes. Yes. Adam.
Hold up. It's not fast. It's a penalty, guys.
Hold them up.
Took us through this one, Brad Fittler.
Yeah, good luck with that. I was going to talk you through Regan Campbell-Gillard. He's got to be somewhere. There he is, just trying to get active in the background. Yeah, the refs didn't have a clue either. We're just going through the Regan Campbell-Gillard stats. 47 tackles, 12 runs, 2 line breaks, 111 metres and a try. And that's a big day in the office.
There's some more work for him. Gets it away. Wallace has got it. Wallace up to the halfway. Well, the Panthers, they've got to find something soon. It's 7 points the gap now. Christian Harris. Cartwright goes at them. Runs into Roberts. He needs to be careful of the sideline here, Bryce. 25 out. 4th tackle. Peachy. Mansour's at first receiver. Cleary's there at second. Dummies. Goes himself. Cleary. Ball's come out.
6 to go.
Brisbane has.
Yep.
6 minutes 50 remain. Can the Panthers find the try they need? Here's Mansour. Josh Mansour trying to find a gap. Alive to Campbell-Gillard. He goes again. He's a metre out.
Superman.
Regan's got to get up and play this. He gets to his feet. Wallace sends it to Cleary. Cleary to Vare. Vare gets it off to Mansour. He's in field. He's looking for something, Josh. Offloads to Wallace. There was a chance for Benji. Wallace has got it back. Now for Cartwright. This is Panthers ad-lib at its best. Edwards now. Dylan Edwards. Gets as far as the 10. It's only the second tackle. They're passing it around like a hot potato. Cartwright for Fisher Harris. Fisher Harris tries with strength. There's a couple out. We could have a grandstand finish coming up if Penrith can find the line. Here's Cleary. Out the back now. Mansour's there again. He's supposed to be a winger. He's playing like a halfback in 5'8". 13 short of the line. 4th tackle. Cleary for Cartwright. They got him stretched here. Peachy kicks. Peachy chases. Gillett's got to tap it out.
Every time they go wide, they look comfortable, the Broncos. When they crisscross down the middle, the second phase, the offloads have got them worried. It's what they do with the offloads when it comes out the back. I think the key is Dylan Edwards around the middle of the field. Peachy rolls the dice here, goes all in. The grubber.
We're on the clock, boys.
Will they kick short?
We're on the clock.
Short drop out.
Stay behind it, Alex.
I wouldn't think short drop out would be on the agenda here, would it? That's exactly what they do.
Gutsy play.
It's up in the air. Penrith have got it back here. Fisher Harris, the offload away. Katoa's only a metre out. Fisher Harris, he wants the ball here. Katoa's trying to get to his feet. They're all offside, Brisbane. They were up off the line before the ball hit the ground. Wallace now, waiting for it. This is Penrith's season on the line here. Nathan Cleary. Gives it back to Campbell Gillard. Wind up, Regan. Regan Campbell Gillard, he does just that. He's stopped by 4 Broncos.
Hands away now, Ben. Give room.
Very slow up here, Campbell Gillard. Out to Cleary, now to Harawira-Naera. Good tackle, Milford. It's forced a mistake. That might be it.
First one.
Yeah, every time they've come right, the Broncos have handled it with ease. They just hold their ground, keep their line intact, and whatever they've done down that right-hand side, Penrith hasn't worked.
Is that Nikorima on the ground, on the try line? He made a tackle. Was it on Faray? When Fisher Harris got the offload off the short dropout, that's where Nikorima injured himself. Great tackle there from Milford. Stood his ground on a much bigger man. And Nikorima, I'm sure he's hurt himself on that first play off the short dropout when Brad Fittler.
Yeah, the dummy half at Penrith, they just don't create any interest. Have a look at the defence from Brisbane. They don't pay no attention to those 2 lead runners, which then gets everyone sliding, which puts pressure on every pass outside the ruck. You can't create an overlap if you don't get the defence to bite at the first pass. Penrith don't get them to bite ever at the first pass.
Yeah, there's the tackle from Nikorima under the post. Oh yeah, the twist. On Katoa.
Well, he's taking every second he can here. Cody Nikorima, the clock's off, but this break is giving Brisbane a chance to get some air back in the lungs so they can close this out.
Feet on the ground, Corey. You've got to let it in.
Storm are hoping for golden point.
Just get down tight. Head in, Ben.
Of course, the winner of this plays the Storm next Friday night down in Melbourne.
Big push, Penrith. The ball hadn't even been fed.
There's no time on. There's no time on.
Well, look at that. 32 tackles the Panthers have had inside Brisbane's 20-metre zone. They've scored 1 try.
It doesn't tell the true story, that stat. It's the hardest spot to attack on the field. Especially the way Brisbane defend. They put their fullback in the line like every other team. Jimmy the Jet.
Roberts now turns it to Kahu. The Panthers have to force a mistake. Gillett with a run. He gets within 12 of the halfway line. Maguire sends it on to Offengawi. This is really courageous stuff from Brisbane. They're reduced on the bench and they've had to withstand a lot of defence. They've done it beautifully so far. They're 3 minutes away from a date with the Melbourne Storm. Marshall with a high kick. Kahu chasing after it. Kahu's got to play on it. Oh, Mansour's left it behind, but it went backwards. And now Peachy goes to ground before Roberts could steal it away. Who can spark Penrith?
Well, it's got to be Cleary or Cartwright. Or Gillard.
They need to find a long-range effort. That 1 point might be a bridge too far here for the Panthers. Here's Cleary. Here's Harawira-Naera. Look at Brisbane's defence. He gets up and plays it here. Harawira-Naera. It's with Fisher Harris now. He gets up over the halfway line. 4 tackles gone. is Cleary. Cleary now. Can't bust through. 2 minutes left. Last tackle, Penrith. Cartwright. What can he offer? A backhander. Collected by Edwards, who goes to the ground with it. And that should be enough to see Brisbane go through and end Penrith's season.
Oh, it's a superb performance by the Broncos. Their defence has been absolutely outstanding. Brilliant stuff, great teamwork. They're missing a couple tonight as well, off injured. They had to guts it out. Gillett, Glenn, Maguire's been terrific.
So the Broncos, they're set to march on. Wayne Bennett, he's taken this team to the finals 21 times in 24 seasons, and his team will be down to the final 4 here. Penrith season's over. A minute left on the clock. Brisbane will wind it down. They've got Melbourne waiting. Here's Milford. Away now to Alex Glenn. It'll be a kick over the sideline. Marshall's waiting for it. Glenn tries to rip some time out of the clock. Ben Hunt will kick it over.
But it's on the full, so it's a handover. 30 seconds.
Time off. Time's off. Time off. Okay, in position. Dummy half. Time on. Go.
And the Broncos can enjoy the weekend off, heal their wounds and get ready for Melbourne.
Well, they've exchanged some epic finals encounters, the Broncos and the Storm. You think about that game on this very ground where Melbourne were able to score in the last minute of play. It was 2008.
I wonder what Darius is thinking.
Well, he'll be back. He'll be back for it. That's full time. Isaiah Yeo will be tackled. The Broncos are through. Penrith are out. Brilliant defensive effort from the Broncos. Penrith had ample football. They had a great territorial advantage too for the bulk of that second half. But Brisbane had the answers. Dejected Peter Wallace. So it's Melbourne and Brisbane for a place in the grand final.